And we begin tonight with an American hero, the late Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., as the nation pauses to observe his birthday. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Amanda Barron.
And I'm Rob Macko. Today, of course, is MLK Day, a federal holiday honoring the civil rights legend. Dr. King was born in Atlanta, Georgia on January 15th, 1929. He would have been 94 years old yesterday. Now, starting in 1955, he led the fight for equal rights for Black Americans and an end to discrimination, always preaching nonviolent resistance. He was assassinated in April of 1968 at the age of 39. You
just think about how young that was. We have team coverage for you this evening. Later, we'll hear from 13 News reporter Rachel Pellegrino, who's on with a local reverend who worked hand in hand with Dr. King.
But first, Anna King went to Ashland, Kentucky for an MLK march. And Anna, you spoke with some people who took part in this activity today.
That's right, they did, and they told me it felt powerful to take part in something like this and to also acknowledge the significance in today's march and the connection it has to those who marched before us.
It doesn't matter what your race is, what your gender is, your preference. It's all about just teaming together with people to help a cause, and that's what this is about today.
Monday, people in Ashland, Kentucky came together to honor the life of one man.
Dr. Martin Luther King believed in peace, and in all that he did, he just wanted us to come together as one unit. Just thinking about his dream in regard to diversity and inclusion, about us holding hands, walking together and working together. I think as we continue to progress in life, it's very important that we connect.
The Boyd and Greenup County's NAACP branch put together this event honoring Dr. King's life. During the event, the Kentucky State Police presented a memorial wreath. There was a presentation of colors by the Ashland Blazer High School ROTC, and Ashland City Mayor Matt Perkins came out and spoke. Many of the speakers at the event spoke not only about the change Dr. King pushed for, but the legacy he left behind as well.
I think it's pretty clear that there's been progress made, but there's so much more work left to do.
And those in attendance say this is only the beginning.
Martin Luther King Jr., he ignited a revolution that is still going today. And as we've seen from some of the issues of the last few years, that it's important to continue to work towards his dream.
The event ended in a march from the Ashland Transportation Center to the First Presbyterian Church. And people who took part marched with MLK signs and say this signified a connection between the change Dr. King pushed for and the change to come.
Having a march on the Civil Rights Act is very important because someone like me, my grandparents were a part of that march, and so it's going to cause some connection to happen. Back in the 60s, now it is 2023, and we're still recognizing and paving the way for others that will come after us. I think it's very important.
Yeah, now that march ended here at the First Presbyterian Church with a prayer from Pastor J.D. Crockle, and he, as well as many others at today's event, say they hope to keep the ball rolling on Dr. King's dream, not only for today, but every day after. Live in Ashland, Kentucky, Anna King, 13 News.